What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury was asked about Deontay Wilder, and he asked what does he think about the upcoming rematch between Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. He said Luis Ortiz is 147 years old, and he will get him out of there, catch him early, knock him out in at least 2 rounds. Luis Ortiz is older. He's on old legs. Therefore, he won't be able to continue. Of course, to add to this on what he had to say about that, he said the only reason that Deontay didn't get him out when he did last year was because of the experience fighting a skilled or a southpaw. Now he knows what he needs to do, and he can do it easier this time around. But Tyson Fury also added that if it does, the worst comes to worst and he loses, he says one door closes, another door opens. He can only worry about his career, and they'll fight someone else, basically. And the strangest thing about what Tyson Fury said, it's exactly what Team Wilder predicts. They're picking Luis Ortiz because, for one, that's what gave him the spark. That's what gave him the flame. Okay? They came close to turning that flame into a torch, but they were foiled with Tyson Fury. So they wanted to revisit that same place where they got that first strike of the match at with Luis Ortiz. That's why they're doing that. And they know Luis Ortiz didn't look good. Okay, he didn't look good in his last fight. He didn't look good at all, and they stopped the poor man from getting the biggest payday of his life by holding his opportunity hostage, only to make him a guinea pig for Deontay Wilder, and that's it. And they knew that he looked bad, but you could look at that and say, well, Joshua only wanted to fight him because he looked bad in his last fight. So, I know a lot of Wilder fans would think that and say that same thing, that, the only reason Joshua wanted to fight him was because he looked old. Well, in that defense, though, guys, we have to look at it fair. Let's be fair about it. Jarrell Miller failed his drug test. That's the only reason that any other fight was coming up in the first place. And people wanted to see the Luis Ortiz fight first. So at least Team Joshua was trying to give the fans what they wanted to see. I believe that Anthony Joshua was. I'm not really sure how Eddie Hearn felt about that, honestly. I'm really not. You know what I mean? To be 100% honest, I don't know how he viewed or his perception of that fight or how serious he was of making that fight. But back to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury states that that's going to be the case. And I would have to agree. If you look at fights where Deontay Wilder knows an opponent, he doesn't have to worry about much. And in this fight, if Luis Ortiz looks this particular way, he'll try to get him out of there just to have a more devastating knockout the second time around, like he's been doing with Stavern, and like he did with Brazil by knocking him out before Anthony Joshua knocked out Brazil, to make it more impactful for his career. You know what I'm saying? So, he can look like that devastating guy, once again by getting a type of knockout that he's known for. So Deontay wants to build a reputation for knocking out dangerous people, or dangerous to good people, all of a sudden. And it looks like it's working. And I have to agree with Tyson Fury. I think that Team Wilder believes that. Now, I hope that's not the case. But honestly, I think that that's the only reason they picked Luis Ortiz this time. And it's sad that you piss over someone else's opportunity to fight someone else only because you wanted to hold them hostage for you to fight them as some kind of experiment. And I think it's really sick and disgusting, but that's my counterpunch on that. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury, about his comments about Luis Ortiz being 147 years old. How old do you think he really is? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.